Testing, testing, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, testing, 1 2 3. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me. Just making sure y'all could. Oh dang, I didn't mean to turn the music down that low. Did not mean to turn it down that low for y'all. My bad. Yeah, let me get this music before I switch over to what. Alright. That's alright, let's go ahead and get things going. Alright. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the studio, man. I hopefully that you guys is alright, there we go. Hopefully you guys is, having a wonderful summer. God, jeez, man, what's going on over here? Alright, just making sure. Alright, now like I was saying, hopefully you guys is, taking care of yourselves. Hopefully you guys are enjoying y'all summer, the rest of y'all summer. It's hot out here, y'all. It's hot in these streets. But y'all read the title, y'all read what's going on and all that. Well, I want to say what's going on, all that kind of stuff. But like I said, welcome back to the channel, y'all. Welcome back to the studio. Hopefully y'all like the background that I got going on here. Hopefully that y'all like it. First things first, how you guys doing? Hopefully life's treating y'all well. Hopefully that you guys have been enjoying y'all peaceful summer. I know I have. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time I've been on here talking to you guys and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to say, first things first, I appreciate you guys for being patient with me and all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I did lose some subscribers since the last time I streamed, and honestly, that's fair. I haven't been posting nothing. I haven't really been doing nothing, so on the channel or anything. I haven't streamed in over a month and a half, but hey, that's fair. I mean, some people probably grew out of my content. Some people probably were upset that I wasn't on here, whatever, putting up new stuff, so that's fair, but so this is the reason why I've been kind of haven't really been doing nothing. So it's the summertime, y'all. I have been just big chilling. I've been handling some personal stuff. I've been kicking it with my girlfriend. I've been kicking it with friends. I've been out of town. I know y'all seen that video of me at DreamCon. That was a blast. Hold on. There we go. It's been a blast and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully, you guys understand. Some of y'all understand. Some of y'all reached out to me on Instagram, see if I was cool and all that kind of stuff. I just been doing a lot of stuff, and on top of that too, burnout. I've just been burnt out, y'all. Making YouTube content, just the burnout is there, and I know there is a lot of talk about, like, Sony doing what they're doing, the whole Sony blackout that people were saying that they were going to do. Sony talk about some no more physical copies, GTA, Grand Theft Auto I think was I streaming during that time? I don't know. There's the pre-sale, but the pre-orders for a digital game, people bickering about that. I know that they announced that the extended look is going to be on the 27th, only on Netflix, but 6 hours later it's going to be on Netflix. So people upset about that, all that kind of stuff. So it's no here nor there. Your boy was just burnt out, man. I took a step back from a lot of things and just wanted to enjoy my summer. I didn't want to be bothered by anybody, to be completely honest with you. Like, I done a lot of stuff. I'm happy that where things is headed in my life and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to step back and just do those things. I put YouTube to the side. Well, at DreamCon, I did learn some things about YouTube too, because also, if y'all saw, they had a YouTube lounge. And in that lounge was just for like YouTubers to connect with each other, meet one another, sub to each other, make content with each other, whatever. They also taught people how to monetize their stuff correctly and just what's the trend, what trends to follow, what trends not to follow. But the main thing they told me is to be myself. So that's one of the things I learned there. And also just relaxing, man. I just wanted to relax. Like, I was gonna get back to you guys, and all for the folks that I did miss, that I didn't get back to yet, I do apologize. I'm gonna get back to y'all as soon as I can. But right now, I'm just focusing on the priorities, the main thing, the main goals, things that I need to hit, because I don't want no issues, no problems in the next couple weeks, because I got a lot of stuff that's gonna be in motion, and I just let the less the stress that I gotta deal with, the better, you know. For the folks that, like I said, that I haven't got back to yet, I'm gonna get back to you. But a lot of y'all are very understanding. Y'all got stuff y'all got going on and all that kind of stuff. For the folks that are in their feelings about it, hey, I guess stay mad, I guess, because, you know, at the end of the day, if my folks have taught me anything, if you're not financing me, feeding me, or fucking me, I could care less what you think of me. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep it moving. Me and my girl gotta keep it moving. We got stuff we gotta do. You know, we going on a cruise in September. That is gonna be an amazing. I can't wait to go on that cruise, dog. Like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to go on that cruise. Like, I'm so on that cruise. But we got some stuff I want to talk about though before we jump on that Gears of War. Also, follow Japanese Town. That's where it is, the playlist. But other than that, guys, how y'all been? How y'all doing? We're gonna be playing some Gears of War. We're gonna be playing some Gears of War today because we got the beta. Not just that. Hold on, let me make sure that everything is good over here. Because the one thing is, it's not like I purposely ignoring people. It's not like I'm purposely doing that. Some days it's okay to step back and just recharge your batteries. You know, you don't always. Some people, if they see it as being weird, okay, you're weird. Whatever. It's not gonna, you know, it doesn't really matter. You know how they feel about you. Like I said, the three F's. If they're not financing you, feeding you, or fucking you, it don't matter. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. Thank you. It feels good to be back a little bit. But hey, we just got to get into the grind of it. People are so entitled these days. I mean, I blame social media, because a lot of people go off of what they see on social media. Like, you'll see them ones that be all like, oh, nobody's truly that busy all the time. I'm all like, it doesn't really matter. You're not entitled to everybody's time. But we're not here to talk about that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. Keep it moving. All right, so let's talk about one thing that y'all see them in the background, so I want to go ahead and talk about that. All right, let's go. Let's get to it. Oh, wait. All right, so this 2 day. Oh, they got a countdown for it. 2 days, 7 hours, 47 minutes. It's crazy. So, man, so I didn't know that the Game of Thrones, was it a prequel, a spinoff? I think it just ended this past Sunday, and because it had 8 episodes, and so we're getting Lanterns on Sunday, which I think is gonna be taking the spot of Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. I did start watching House of Dragons, and I'm kind of like, okay, I see why people like it now. So I'm like, I'm gonna probably finish watching that and then go finally watch Game of Thrones, because I didn't watch Game of Thrones at all. When Game of Thrones was popping, I wasn't. But this might come first. This guy's come first. Hold on, let me turn this up. Turn this up for y'all. Hold on. Turn it up a little bit for y'all, because I want y'all to understand this, because I've been looking forward to this since they announced it. Then we're gonna talk about why James Gunn should not be directing nothing anymore, because he be messing up stuff.
It's time to get up, Junior. So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained.
All right, new lesson. Take the ring and fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now. What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are gonna end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. It could take the form of any species.
So it could be anyone.
He's gonna send an army to put you down.
Do you resent Hal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. A lot of beer.
Alrighty then. So this Sunday, well, hold on. The Lantern's Oath will forever be one of the most badass quotes in comic book history. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, Green Lanterns is Kyle Chandler's going to be playing Hal Jordan. Jon Stewart's going to be played by Aaron Pierre. Oh, they actually do. I can't pronounce his first name, but we got Sinestro. Nathan Fillion returning from Superman. And, Peacemaker, because he was in Peacemaker, as Guy Gardner, and the rest of the cast. I don't know who everybody else is, because these are, I ain't gonna say no, I'm not gonna say they're nobodies, but they probably be some big roles in this. So DC TV trouble. Lanterns arrives too. Yep, let's go ahead and bring that up, because that's one of the things that's gonna lead into what we're talking about. So I seen a lot of theories as I was on my little break, and people were saying that because Hal Jordan said it in the thing when he was talking to Sinestro. He was saying that what is Jon Stewart supposed to be? He says he's not gonna be your partner or anything. Say what it's really supposed to be. He's supposed to be your replacement. And I'm thinking, people are thinking, oh, Hal Jordan gonna die, Hal Jordan's gonna die, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, nah, I don't think Hal Jordan's gonna die. I think what's gonna happen is, this is just my little wild theory, and hopefully that I'm correct on this, but I think Jon Stewart, hold on, I gotta turn my music back on. Hold on, my bad, y'all. Let me pull up. I forgot to pull on my playlist, y'all. But as I'm going through this, I don't think Hal Jordan's gonna die. I think Hal Jordan's gonna go off planet and go do off planet stuff, and let Jon Stewart be the defender of Earth. Yeah, hopefully that's my wild guess right there, y'all. I don't think he's gonna die. I just think he's just gonna. Is the music not playing, y'all? Oh, great. Okay. Do. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it? Oh, that's why it's just low. Okay, my bad, y'all. Oh, let's put it on. Oh, that's why. My bad, y'all. Now it's playing. Let me turn it down a bit because we don't want it too loud. I want y'all to be able to hear me. All right, now. Wait, Twitch opts you into AI training by default. Okay, never mind. Like I was saying, though. So I don't think Hal Jordan's going to die. I think he's going to go off planet and do whatever he needs to do off planet, while John Stewart is going to be the main Green Lantern on planet Earth. Even though they got Nathan Fillion and Guy Gardner, I don't think Guy Gardner is really going to be the defender of Earth, because he's with, I forgot what they call the group in Superman. But besides that, I've seen the Manhunters in there. It seems like this is really deep into the story because Sinestro's in prison already, so that means the Yellow Lanterns are already around, which means the Red Lanterns are also around as well. So a lot of the evil, most of the Green Lanterns bad guys are already a thing. So Red Lanterns, Yellow Lanterns, Indigo, Blue Lanterns, Star Sapphires a thing. So since Hal Jordan is old as shit, so let's get into. When Lanterns premieres Sunday on HBO, it will cap a nearly 7-year journey to the screen that has included at least 4 takes, 2 creative teams, and more executive changes than Green Lanterns himself could navigate. They've went through a lot of people for this show, because like John Stewart wasn't supposed. I don't think John Stewart was supposed to be the Lantern in this. They were supposed to have Kyle Rayner, but Hal Jordan was always supposed to be in it. The series debuts in a milestone for James Gunn and Peter Safran. What milestone? They only had 2 movies. Well, 2 movies and 2 shows. But anyway, stewardships of the DC Universe, which has been on a roller coaster at the cinema. Yeah, you right about that. With 2025 Superman high this summer, Supergirl's low. Yeah, Supergirl was a dud. It was a miss. But is what it is. The IP is among the most consequential assets at stakes in Paramount Skydance planned $111 billion merger with Warner Bros. Discovery. Gunn and Safran laid out big TV plans in 2023. Yeah, we're about to talk about all the stuff they canceled after they stepped up as DC Studios chiefs and announcing multiple series, including several round characters that had never been on screen. Lantern starring Kyle Chandler's Friday Night Lights and Aaron Pierre's sci-fi DC Krypton. Oh, I didn't know he was in it. I did not know he was in it. The show wasn't good, but I didn't know he was in it. It's the first live-action scripted series to be developed under the pair, who themselves created DC's other HBO Max entry, Peacemaker, played by John Cena. I didn't watch the second season. I honestly didn't really care to watch the second season, to be completely honest with you, but it's nor here nor there. Lanterns hails from showrunners Chris Mundy. Ozark was actually pretty good. It's on Netflix if y'all want to go watch it. And exec producer Damon HBO DC's Watchmen. That was Watchmen was a miss. Honestly, I wasn't really feeling the TV show. I liked the movie, but the TV show was something. And comics scribed by Tom King. Tom King makes some good comics. Who tapped in May 2024 to lead development of a more grounded, true detective style version of the Green Lantern story. Lanterns, one of the first projects Gunn and Safran announced in January 2023, as they outlined their vision for DC Essentials, replaced the long-gestured version of Green Lantern, that trash-ass movie that came out in 2029 with Ryan Reynolds. When he was the reigning king of DC TV efforts with the wildly successful Arrowverse, that shit was not successful, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, that shit was ass. Appreciate you. Hey, what's up, Andrew? You doing all right, man? You doing all right? Hopefully you're doing well, big dog. Hopefully you're doing well. But Arrowverse had its moments. It truly had its moments. Like The Flash was all right until up to season 3. Like season 3 was not the greatest. Well, season 3 was good, but once they started doing this, they had the Flash crying like a little baby every episode though. Arrow will start off hot. By mid-season, it fell off. Legends of Tomorrow, ass. Black Lightning was straight. The Chocolate Cover Incredibles is what Tobias was always calling them. He was saying some wild stuff on the show that's supposed to be PG, but hey, it is what it is. Who else? What else was on there? Supergirl was something. It was something. The TV show was something. But ultimately, the Arrowverse collaborator, man, these Mark, I'm not pronouncing the last names, and Seth, the Lego Batman movie. I never seen any of the Lego Batman movies. Would complete 8 scripts, an entire first season of the show before HBO Max executives. Hold on, what's going on? It's we chilling, waiting for classes to start up and shit. About to go shopping here in the bed. Wanted to stop by and say hi. I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. We all waiting for them classes to start, man. I'm not. I'm really not, honestly. But it is what it is, man. I'm trying to. I want this semester to go by fast, man, because I'm ready for the winter time. But I'm gonna get into that later on. But oh man, we kept getting these notes saying that they wanted True Detective with power rings. Ultimately, that wasn't the show that we were interested in giving them, says the reps. But let's skip over some stuff real quick because we got the Green Lantern show. What the hell? Don't stop here. Keep reading and canceling. Man, no, I don't want to pay for nothing, bro. I hate how they put all right, the 8 best new movies and shows to stream. No. How let this finally deliver? No. Okay, pretty much. I'm gonna show y'all what got canceled. We're gonna talk about what got canceled. They put articles behind a paywall. Like, some of us wants to read stuff, bro. Now we good. DC Studios has reportedly canceled 2 major upcoming television series. Series is from its Gods and Monsters slate, which is the slate that we're in right now, because James Gunn felt like, oh, Marvel got phases, we got chapters. Like, all right. Matter of fact, let me show y'all that video real quick. Let me show y'all, because I had a video coming out. The hell did I just do? Is that James Gunn DC slate? Yep, that's it right there. Let me go ahead and pause this real quick. Now I want y'all to watch what's going on here, because I felt that. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'll be seeing y'all next week. Yeah, I'll be seeing some of y'all next week, but I ain't gonna be that long though, because I think classes start on Thursday, which is weird, because like, why y'all start classes on a Thursday and then ain't no classes really on, because I only got 1 class on Thursday, so I'm like, it's weird. But anywho, but I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna try have a good stream, man. This Gears of War, it's about to dig in my ass, dog. Like, but so I'm gonna show y'all this video. Watch everything that James Gunn announces, and then we're going to go over what's not coming.
As DC Elseworlds, outside of...
Nope. Hold on. Rewind. Nope.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent.
And that's where when he first said that, I was like, that's not gonna work. I'm sorry, y'all need to keep some of this stuff separate. Like, y'all really truly need to keep some of this stuff separate. So pretty much think of it like this: everything that happens in Superman has to follow into the cartoons, into the video games whenever they decide to drop a video game, and into other movies. And I'm just all like, nah, some of that stuff needs to be separate. Like, he's the main reason why I can't get a 5th season of Young Justice. Like, why? Like, why does it all have to be connected? Just because the MCU is doing it don't mean you got to do it, bro. Like, let some stuff be standalone. Like, Matt Reeves' Batman is standalone. We're getting a sequel to that in 2028. And it's we're going to talk about what's got canceled because, dang, I forgot the actor's name who was in Sugar. My girlfriend loves Sugar. Like, she loves that show. And I'm like, it's not a bad show, honestly. All jokes aside, because I was about to clown it. It's not a bad show at all. I ain't going to spoil it for y'all. I highly suggest y'all go watch it. It's on Apple TV. It's a good show. But homeboy that plays Sugar, he's the Penguin. And yeah, they're saying that there might not be a season 2 of Penguin. So, but let's go and get into this.
Played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature
Commandos did get a show. It was pretty good. It's on HBO Max. Will it get a season 2? Is a different story. I don't know if it's getting a season 2. Some things have been shifted around, like I said. But I think it deserves a season 2. I actually enjoyed it. It's one of them characters. Like, the one thing I like about James Gunn was he likes to take no-name characters and actually make them into something. So think of like Creature Commandos. You see these guys and you're all like, who the fuck are these guys? I mean, Frankenstein's Bride, G.I. Robot, Weasel, the one on the right, this freak right here, he was in the last Suicide Squad movie. Fuck, I forgot his name. Forgot her name too. And you got a Rick Flag Sr. Rick Flag Jr. died in Suicide Squad. So he's in this guy, he's in Peacemaker. The same actor that plays him in this also plays Rick Flag Sr. in Peacemaker. So at least James Gunn was sticking to his guns when it came to that, saying that if they played the character in the animated series, they're gonna play the character in live action. So I didn't watch season 2 of Peacemaker, so yeah. I didn't watch it. It's not that it was bad or anything. I just wasn't really in the mood to watch it, to be honest with you. Like, I've seen the reviews for it, and I usually form my own opinion, but I'm just like, season 1 was fine. I don't think I need to watch season 2. Just think of Deadpool. Peacemaker's pretty much Deadpool. Just a little toned down a bit. But he's still a psychopath.
Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller.
This is one of the shows that got canceled recently. Honestly, didn't see no reason for her to get a show in the first place. Not trying to be a hater. If we got any Amanda Waller fans in the chat, I apologize. There was no need for this show to even be a thing. Like, it was just I just didn't understand why Amanda Waller needed a show. Like, Amanda Waller is just best known to be in the background. Now, she's played by Viola Davis. Just go watch Suicide Squad, both Suicide Squad movies. That's who Viola Davis is playing in those movies. I think her show was taking place in between the seasons of Peacemaker because her daughter outs her in the end of Peacemaker. And I think she got, as you can see, she's in handcuffs and stuff because she was getting arrested in that show. So she didn't need to have no show. I'm sorry. She's best known as somebody that runs a Suicide Squad and that's it. That's it. She's like the Nick Fury, evil Nick Fury, in my opinion. Well, I want to say she's evil because everything she does is for the better good of America and for the safety of people, but she goes about it the wrong way. Like she's also in the My Adventures of Superman. We're gonna talk about that one too, cause that show, that I don't know if you call it a show, anime, whatever you want to call it. It's oofa over here.
Played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see.
And it's not happening. Why he trying to set up and say it's a fantastic story? How's it a fantastic story if we're not seeing it? Now, mind you, this video was from 3 years ago, so at least with the MCU, they kind of followed through with some of their projects. But this guy here, I think he bit off way more than he could chew, to be honest with you.
Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it.
Now, this is the Superman movie we got last year.
And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU.
Now, at least they're still doing that. As he just said, that he said it's like True Detective, space cops, all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I like that. So at least they're keeping up with that. Now, here's something that annoyed me. The Authority. Let me give y'all a brief history on who the Authority is. The Authority is pretty much the boys before the boys. Before Invincible, before all those edgy comics coming out, like those two. Yeah. This is one of the films I was looking forward to because I didn't know nothing about the Authority, jack shit about the Authority, and I was about to go get a comic, all their comics, and read them to understand who these people are. But yeah, it got canceled recently, saying it either got canceled or got moved to the back burner, as in AKA got canceled. Because anything that's moved to the back burner is usually canceled. But ugh.
Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
Now, one thing, if y'all take a good look at the characters, two of the characters kind of similarly look like some heroes from DC already. This guy and this guy. I'm pretty sure if y'all get a good look at them, I'm pretty sure y'all thinking, is that Batman or Superman? God, that's when I first saw this image, I'm like, is that Batman or Superman? No, it's not Batman, it's Superman. And what's funny is, they are kind of like Batman and Superman. He kind of somewhat has the same powers as Superman. He kind of has the same abilities as Batman. But the difference between these two is these two guys are married. They're actually in love with each other. So, yeah.
I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, I'm James Gunn.
All right. So, all right, let's get my tunes back on. The tunes. All right. So, you see all the stuff that he announced, right? Let's go over stuff he got canceled. I should have waited to talk about stuff that got canceled. All right. So, DC Studios has reportedly canceled 2 major upcoming television series from its Gods and Monsters slate, which he just got in talking. The Viola Davis starring Waller and the Themyscira-focused prequel Paradise Lost, which were originally announced in 2023, in addition to DC and HBO opting pass on a new pitches for separate Catwoman and Poison Ivy series. Now, Clayface. Did y'all see the Clayface trailer? If y'all didn't see it, have y'all seen it yet? If y'all haven't seen it, let me know in the comments below, because it actually looks pretty cool. I ain't even gonna lie. Haven't seen it myself. I mean, I've seen it multiple times and all that kind of stuff. You have not? Anybody else? Let me know. I'll play it for y'all real quick. If y'all went to see Spider-Man, they played it in the theater. So if you've seen Spider-Man, that was the trailer, one of the trailers for Spider-Man. Unless they play different trailers in different areas. But I'll play it for y'all. I'll just go ahead and shut up and play it for y'all. But as y'all noticed, Clayface was not on that timeline. Like it was not on that. It was not on that. It was not on that. This most recent one, right? Yeah. All right, let's get to it.
Show me. Show me.
Say. Spider-Man wasn't that bad, all right? It was mid, but it wasn't that bad. We don't need them Spider-Man fans in my chat talk about I'm not a real Spider-Man fan. I'm like, really? Honestly? I'm a comic book fan. I love everything comic books. Spooderman is not even in my top 5, to be honest with you. But we don't need them Spider-Man fans over here. Them Spooderman fans over here acting like they know stuff, because Spooderman fans are annoying right now. We don't need Spooderman fans right now. I'm just saying, we don't need them.
What do you want, Mr. Higgin?
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo.
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
This isn't cosmetic surgery.
Even if he kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. I feel great, actually.
I have no idea what side effects you'll have or how to treat them.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You wanna know how I feel? The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life.
I'm a monster.
I have no idea who you are.
Now I'm glad they picked this Clayface out of all the Clayface that's been in DC Comics, because this one is a very tragic character, honestly. Funny thing about this Clayface though is, like James Gunn said, he wants everything to be connected. So this must be set in the past, because Clayface is dead. This version of Clayface is dead because in Creature Commandos they killed him. So maybe we could see Batman in this. Maybe. Hopefully we do. I am gonna go see it just to see where this is headed. But if we don't get Batman, I don't know. But let's get back into it. So Clayface was not on that list. Okay, Catwoman. Selena Kyle, yeah. And I would like. I don't know how a Catwoman show would work, but Poison Ivy though. That's y'all haven't even introduced Batman yet to be talking about introducing two characters during a Batman series. Like I don't get why they thought that was okay. Hold on. Banned. I don't even have an account. What? DCU's Waller's and Paradise Lost TV show has been canceled after initial development. Booster Gold is still alive as it searches for a new writer. Yeah, they've been jumping from writer to writer. Waller and Paradise Lost are both dead at DC, which also heard pitches for series built around Poison Ivy and Catwoman, though DC HBO passed on both projects. Booster Gold remains in development and searching for a new writer is underway. Yeah. Here we go. Not gonna lie, I feel like DC TV shows largely not moving forward might be a blessing in disguise if they can focus on movies instead. Spending so many resources and focusing on Disney Plus shows was a mistake Marvel made. I think Lanterns is fine because it has Liefeld and HBO attached, but I don't think so many TV shows is a good idea. And he's right. I agree with that. I agree with that because we're gonna be getting on Marvel's head too. We're gonna get on Marvel's head too because Kevin Feige royally pissed off a lot of people because if y'all didn't know, Marvel Studios' planned reboot Blade for the Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU has faced years of several production delays and creative setbacks, with star Marshall Ali ultimately confirming he has moved on from the project. So if y'all think I'm just gonna be bashing DC, no, I got something for that Marvel ass too, because Marvel, Kevin Feige got me fucked up. Just because they dropped Doomsday, which I should have done a video on that. I should have dropped everything I was doing and made a video about that, but I didn't. I'm looking forward to Doomsday though, y'all. That's all I can say. I'm looking forward to Doomsday. But the fact that y'all was pitching Catwoman and Poison Ivy before getting Batman is wild work to me. Waller canceled, Paradise Lost canceled. But one show that I just don't understand is getting a TV show is Jimmy Olsen show. DC Studios and HBO Max are developing a mockumentary. If you don't know what a mockumentary is, think of I can't really think of a mockumentary, but a mockumentary is pretty much a fake documentary, pretty much. So I watched one recently. It was about these two guys trying to hunt vampires, and it was wasting my time. It was a waste of my fucking time. Cause the acting was poor. These dudes was really hunting. I know my girlfriend's watching this stream right now. She probably laughing her ass off like he wasted his time watching that dog shit. Like she probably laughing right now like that vampire show was. Oh my god! I wish I got my hour back. Cause I'm just like these fools were really. And I thought it was just supposed to be a documentary, but they talk about saying they wanted more episodes. I'm like, none of that shit. It was horrible. But that's what a mockumentary is. I can't think of no other documentary type stuff. Most of the mockumentaries that I know of are like horror movies. Like I can't think of no other ones. But Jimmy Olsen is I would say he's a good friend of Superman. He works at the Daily Planet. He's not a superhero. He has no superpowers or anything like that. He's getting a TV show. They're greenlighting that and they're moving forward with that. And that's what angered me the most. And this is when I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying this until he makes something else. James Gunn doesn't want to make DC movies, y'all. James Gunn wants to make Superman movies. No, he doesn't want to make DC movies. He wants to make Superman movies. Just flat out. He don't care about all this other stuff. That whole slate that he had. Because as you can see, Superman was made, Supergirl was made, Man of Tomorrow, which is next year. That's a Superman movie because that's another name for Superman. Like, look, nicknames for Superman: Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman, Soups. Where's it at? Last Son of Krypton. Man is still Man of Tomorrow. See. That's AI though, so we're not gonna take that. What is a nickname for Superman? Man is still Man of Tomorrow. He gonna say like, no man, it's not a Superman movie. It's not a Superman movie, nigga. That's one of his nicknames. Come on now. A title shown he represents the future and hope of humanity, nigga. It's like no man, it's not a Superman movie. It's not a Superman movie. It's Man of Tomorrow. That's one of his nicknames. You think people are stupid, James Gunn? Come. Like he think that. I say this about WWE all the time. I'm gonna say this about James Gunn. Stop treating the fans like they're stupid. But Jimmy Olsen is part of Superman's mythos and all that kind of stuff. And I'll read off what it says. Even though this is an AI overview, it's still facts though. DC Studios and HBO Max are developing a mockumentary-style true crime comedy series centered on Daily Planet photographer Jimmy Olsen titled DC Crime. The show stars Skylar Gasson. He was in The Righteous Gemstones. If you ever watched The Righteous Gemstones, funny as fuck. If you have HBO Max, all the seasons are on there. It didn't get canceled. It had actually a definitive ending, so from start to finish. So the whole series is on there. It's hilarious. Walter Goggins is in there. You know, homeboy from what's it called? Fallout. He plays the ghoul in Fallout. So anywho, the show stars reprising the role as James Gunn's Superman with Jimmy Toretto casting as the telepathic Abe Gorilla Grodd for the first season. See, they already talk about there's gonna be more seasons, but we don't need more seasons. How y'all gonna introduce Gorilla Grodd before you introduce Flash? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Now Booster Gold's having some issues. Let me show y'all who Gorilla Grodd is. Explore more. Oh no, we don't want you. Never mind. Man, I'll tell you, I got a lot to talk about. I've been gone for a while, so this is who Gorilla Grodd is. And before y'all be all like, they gonna be fighting a gorilla? I mean, it's in his name. Gorilla Grodd is actually one of the most powerful villains in DC. Like, Gorilla Grodd is a supervillain in DC created by John Brom and Carmen. Man, y'all got some hard names to pronounce. Debuted in Flash 106 in May 1959. So this gorilla's been around for a bit. And DC has a lot of gorilla villains too. Ultra Humanite. He got psychic powers, all that kind of stuff, fam. So it's just mad annoying that I wish James Gunn didn't come out with that slate and told everybody, this is what we're making. Well, you're not gonna do it, bro. Like Solar, here's Solar, another gorilla type villain. Ultra Humanite, another gorilla villain. Another gorilla villain. So it's like they got gorilla villains out the ass. Why I don't think. No, Jimmy Olsen don't need no show. Like I said, James Gunn wants to make Superman stuff. He don't care about everybody else in DC. He just said, hey, we're going to do all these things, and baby's going to shut everybody up. But it's like, hold on, let's go back to all the canceled. Hold on, let's look at all. Nah, because we're going to talk about the MCU. We're going to talk about the MCU. DC projects. List of unproduced. Almost half of the projects James Gunn announces. Exactly. I'm glad this somebody put this up. Almost half of the projects that James Gunn announced in this video have now been canceled. See? He announced 10 projects: Superman, Supergirl, Batman, Creature Commandos, Waller, Paradise Lost, Lantern, Swamp Thing, Booster Gold, and The Authority. Out of those 10 projects, 4 of them have now been canceled. Waller, Paradise Lost, Booster Gold, we don't know yet, and The Authority. Superman, Supergirl, and Creature Commandos have already came out. Lanterns is coming soon, and Batman movie is still far away, but definitely hasn't been canceled. I don't understand why he's working on other stuff when Batman needs to be a thing. We haven't heard anything about Swamp Thing in a long time, but it hasn't been officially canceled yet. Swamp Thing's probably gonna be like it's gonna be a horror show, because they had a Swamp Thing TV show not too long ago. It was 50-50. It was a horror show, so it just sucks seeing the original plan for the first phase fall through. And I know it's not entirely James Gunn's fault. You sure about that? But I feel like he shouldn't have so confidently announced his roadmap so soon, considering how dated the video has already become just almost 4 years later. Exactly. For reference, this would be like Kevin Feige announcing phase 3 of the MCU and all 11 projects, but Black Panther, Ant-Man and Wasp, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and Doctor Strange were all canceled. And they weren't, because we all got movies. So I'm looking forward to Lanterns. I don't think Hal Jordan's going to die. I don't think, because he said the overarching villain that's supposed to connect everything together is supposed to be in Lanterns. But let's look at Man of Tomorrow. Because there's not supposed to be a Superman show. There's not a Superman movie. That's not a Superman sequel. But that's his nickname. Like, what are you talking about? All right, here we go. Get ready for this. James Gunn's Man of Tomorrow, scheduled to release on July 9th, 2027, features a growing cast of returning DC actors and new additions led by David Corenswet as Superman and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. So, mind you, it's not a Superman sequel. Dave Corenswet, Supes, Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, also Brainiac is going to be the main villain. Let me show y'all, if y'all don't know who Brainiac is. This Brainiac. Brainiac. I think it's by Brainiac right there. This is Brainiac. Oh, I suppose this is Brainiac, y'all. That's who he gonna be fighting. Brainiac is one of the. I've been wanting to see Brainiac on the big screen for like the longest now in live action. I think we did get him once, but it wasn't that deep. It wasn't that great, I guess. Lois Lane, Millie Alcox as Supergirl, Jimmy Olsen, yeah, E. Tesla, yeah, we don't care. As Maxima. Who the fuck is Maxima? Oh yeah, I know who Maxima is. Now, expanded DC Universe and supporting cast. So Hall Girl's coming back. Guy Gardner's coming back. Blue Beetle, the guy that played Blue. If y'all remember the Blue Beetle movie that came out a couple years ago, yeah, he gonna be in this. Rick Flag Sr., the Engineer, she was in Superman. Metamorpho was in Superman. Perry White, Millie Hoover, Cat Grant. Wait, I thought they said that Aaron Pierre was coming. Gonna be in this. Okay, if he ain't, then that's gonna save him, because I don't think he should be in this. It's already stuck. They already got one Green Lantern. I don't think they need two. So That's Man of Tomorrow, the Superman sequel. I don't care what nobody says. It's a Superman sequel. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Now let's move on to Marvel. So, y'all didn't know, at Comic-Con this year, we got MCU upcoming movies. Okay, so Black Panther 2. Oh, it actually had a release date for that? Alright, so this was all the stuff that was announced at Comic. Well, I'm not saying announced at Comic-Con, but we all know it's coming. So, upcoming theatrical release schedule for Marvel's Cinematic Universe. Now, at D23, which is a Disney-held show, they also show a lot of Marvel stuff as well. They didn't show a lot of stuff at Comic-Con, but they wanted to save it for probably D23. So here's the upcoming theatrical release schedule for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Features major Phase 6 projects heading into a multiversal climax, including Doomsday. We're all looking forward to that. Followed by Avengers Secret War on the 17th next year. So a day before that. Black Panther on December 15th. December 15th, 2028. I didn't know they had a release date. But, so we Ghost Rider in development for 2028. This is the one that kind of aggravated me, because they actually have a release date for Ghost Rider, but they don't have one. They didn't have one for Blade. Now I'm read up on the Blade one. Let me get a full story. I want to get y'all a full story. Blade multi confirms Blade is not moving. I don't want to use Reddit though. I actually want to like an article. That's not behind a paywall. No, I want an actual article. Screen Rant. I know they don't charge, folks. Unmade Marvel movie declared dead after 7 years in development hell. Now, mind you, we got 3 Ant-Man movies that nobody asked for. Miss Marvel TV show that nobody asked for. Agatha All Along. Nobody asked for that shit. WandaVision was aight. Falcon and Winter Soldier, nobody asked for that. But what's so hard about a black man killing vampires? That should be a knockout of the park. That should be a home run. But let's read it. The Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise has seen several challenges through the multiverse saga. Yeah, right. All right. While the MCU timeline has expanded its Phase 4, Marvel Studios has faced a few setbacks across the big and small screen, from the global pandemic to the creative shift from Kang the Conqueror to Doctor Doom. Okay, Kang the Conqueror is because Jonathan Majors got in trouble. And also, he shouldn't have been the villain in that third Ant-Man movie. We all know Ant-Man couldn't go toe-to-toe with Kang the Conqueror. Come the fuck on, bro. Or Doctor Doom. The franchise has been working hard to bring a classic superhero into ever-growing Avengers-based property. Claw Studios, which was behind the design the Blade movie logo that was revealed at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, shared on Instagram the Mahershala Ali reboot has seemingly been canceled. The official account shared the following statement on Instagram. Yeah, ready for this? R.I.P. Blade, we hardly knew ye. Shame they couldn't get this one off the ground, but it was awesome to see my logo revealed at Hall H in 2019, and still super proud of it. I mean, it's just some letters, but alright. R.I.P. Blade, yeah, okay. This comes only a few days after Kevin Feige broke his silence on the film development process, as he stated to the Happy Sad Confused podcast. I'm feeling like a giant loser. Yeah, you are a loser. And failure that we didn't get off the ground with Mahershala Ali. Yeah, you should feel like a loser. Like I said, it should not be that hard to write about a man killing vampires. Like, come on. Like, y'all, come on. ChatGPT could have gave y'all something. Nah, I'm playing. Don't go to ChatGPT. Don't do that. The supposed Blade cancellation is also arriving right before Marvel Studios' upcoming Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. They announced Ghost Rider, though. Now, here's the thing that's irritating. Ghost Rider and Blade are both scary characters. I'll put it like that. In Marvel Universe, they deal with the Ooga Booga and spooky. So, Ghost Rider, if y'all don't know Ghost Rider, it's the guy with the flaming skull. Hold on, matter of fact. This guy right here, that's Ghost Rider. That's Ghost Rider. My frick, is Blade on here? Where's Blade? I think he is on here. Let me see. Nah, he's not on here. I thought I did. I thought he was on this one. But the supposed Blade cancellations also, yeah, okay, I already read that. However, the Moonlight actor has also already played another Marvel role in MCU, as he was in Luke Cage season 1 as Cornell Cottonmouth. Yeah, that's true. He killed that role, bro. He was amazing in Luke Cage. After all of the Defenders TV shows became canon to the franchise, it was never clear how they would address the actor's dual roles after being tapped as Blade. I mean, they about to have Robert Downey Jr. play Doctor Doom, so why the fuck does it matter? Like, it's a bullshit ass excuse. The Blade movie faced numerous issues during the development. Yeah, it was right. Like, they was about to make a Blade movie with no Blade in it. It was about to be about friendship and shit. I'm like, nah, bro, we want to see vampires dying. The movie faced numerous issues during its development process, as multiple directors have previously been attached to the project. There has also been a large number of rewrites, and different screenwriters were hired over the last couple of years to take a crack at this reboot. Whether or not this means Ali won't get to play Blade at all in the MCU remains to see, as Marvel Studios could always use the character through other projects. One of the teams that made audience members have been hoping to see get brought to life is the Midnight Suns, which is a bunch of all the scary Marvel heroes, which he is part of in the comics, with various supernatural players existing in the MCU. Well, see, there you go. They could always integrate Blade into the group if they ever get a solo film or TV series. However, whether Ali would stay on as Eric Cross Brooks is the bigger question, as he hasn't spoken about the role as of late. Yeah, he did. He did speak about it. Marshall Ali. Because his tweet, where's his tweet? If I can find it. Because he said that Marshall Ali confirms. You know, I'll just let this man say.
You know, one of the movies that we're all just waiting for any minute now, that announcement of a brand new release date for Mahershala Ali's Blade movie. Is it going to come barreling down the pipe? It's been, just what, 7 years? 6 years, 7 years? I don't even know now. Since Mahershala Ali came out on stage on the Marvel panel and announced as the new Blade. Well, of course, then, the other day we got some very, very discouraging news about that when Kevin Feige said, his biggest disappointment is that because he hasn't been able to get the Mahershala Ali Blade film going. Now, it sounded like it might be done, but he didn't come out and say, it's done. It's dead. It's off the table. Like, there was still some wiggle room there. Well, that wiggle room wiggles no more. Because there is now a report in the Hollywood Reporter where Mahershala Ali himself is now saying, yeah, this thing's done. The headline reads, Mahershala Ali confirms he is not doing Marvel's Blade. They just didn't want to do it. The article goes on to write the following. Mahershala Ali will not be in Marvel's Blade movie. The two-time Oscar winner confirmed to GQ that he won't star in a long gestating reboot of the iconic Vampire Slayer, and he firmly suggested Marvel drop the ball. I've been doing this professionally for pushing 30 years now, and one thing I've learned is that what is for you, and what is not, Ali said in the new interview. For whatever reason, that project is not for me. If they wanted to do it, we would have done it. So I have to move on. Again, you had me under contract. They have billions of dollars. If they wanted to do the movie, we would have done the movie. So we're not doing the movie. But I feel ready to move on from the Blade questions. Those questions are now for them. They didn't want to do it, so they should answer the questions. I'm not gonna lie, Mahershala sounds a little salty.
Yeah, a little.
And granted, they've had him hanging on the wire here for 7 years. Now, look, I will push back on Mahershala. Listen, if they didn't want to do it, Kevin Feige wouldn't have humiliated and embarrassed himself. he wouldn't have gotten on stage at Comic-Con.
That's where he's wrong. That's where he's wrong. I don't agree with what he just said. Talking about he wouldn't embarrass himself and all that kind of stuff. Okay, James Gunn embarrassed himself on that video. Look how many cancellations we got there. So, yeah, no. So, no. If they wanted to do it, they would have did it. The WWE has an age problem. I guess they do. Whatever. But, yo, that's all the comic stuff. That's the movie stuff. I'm not going to go over the Sony stuff because that Sony stuff is just... If y'all want to TLDR on that, I'm just going to run that down real quick for y'all. Sony decided they wanted to end physical copies in 2028. And my best thing I can say about that, ladies and gentlemen, is this. If you don't care about that kind of stuff, I guess. But it's a lot. It's I seen the boycotts. I seen people talking about they're going to boycott. I seen people say that they're going to, not get the next PS6. I find it funny that they're putting out a special PlayStation, a Wolverine PlayStation, because Wolverine's coming out next month, and it's all digital, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, if you're not about it, if you don't care, then if I was y'all, I wouldn't go on social media talking about how y'all don't care and all that kind of stuff, because people are looking for arguments on social media about this kind of stuff. But I do think it is kind of unfair. I do think it's kind of dumb that they're getting rid of physical copies and stuff. Because I'm like, people should have options, man. I mean, like, everybody should have an option. If I want to get a physical copy of something, I should be able to get a physical copy of it. I felt like that Wolverine console, because it's only digital. I'm like, y'all should have made a physical one that let you put the physical copy in, because y'all selling physical copies of Wolverine, which makes no sense. Y'all put out a digital only console, but whatever. Sony, I feel like next generation, I don't know what generation that is. I forgot what generation we're on right now, but it just ain't right to me. I want to say it just ain't right. I just feel like people should have options. People, like how people got options. If you don't want to play PlayStation, you got Xbox. You don't want Xbox, you got Nintendo Switch. If you don't want Switch, you got PC. If you don't want PC, you got the Steam machine. If you don't want that, you can go get the Rogue Ally. Options are where you want to play your games at. I think that y'all should still have that option open. Same thing with GTA. Y'all should be able. I thought GTA was gonna have a steelbook. I thought they're gonna have like a special edition where you can get all these little trinkets and all that kind of stuff. I would have got that, but they're not really putting out a physical copy. You can go buy the box, but it's gonna have a code inside, and so on and so forth. So, all in all, my stance on it is just like, hey, vote with your wallet. That's all I can say. Vote with your wallet. If you're not with it, then okay. If you're with it, okay. It's really, I've seen all sides of the argument. Somebody said that, they crunched the numbers. It's not going to affect our sales. Some people were saying, but it is affecting y'all sales. This, that, other, blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. And it's annoying. It's a tiring argument. I see that the guys that are running the Stop Killing Games movement, they're suing Sony now for this kind of stuff. Sony actually is being sued for this kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn, y'all taking it to court now? So, all I know is that, what's it called? Wolverine physical copy. God of War Laufey, it's gonna be physical copy. Intergalactic, because I think they said Intergalactic is coming out next year. That's a physical copy. All that. So it's for some people it sucks. I still like getting steelbooks. I wanted a steelbook for Wolverine. It's not getting one. Hopefully God of War Laufey has a steelbook, because I do want to play that. Intergalactic, I ain't seen no gameplay of that. I feel like not Call of Duty. Gears of War E, they should have a steelbook. If it don't, I'm gonna have an issue with that. GTA. I feel like GTA should have a steelbook, man. I feel like they should have went balls to the walls with that game. 13 years y'all been waiting, and I feel like they should have had your basic edition, $100 edition, because I'm seeing people talking about, I spend $200 on it. I'm like, yeah, if you spend $200 on it, you should get a steelbook, stickers, uh shark cards, some panties from the hookers in the game, stuff like that. Like, but yeah, it is what it is, man. It's they saying it's anti-consumer. It's a lot. And when I do get on Twitter, when I do decide to use it, it's the first thing I see, somebody bickering and arguing. But I will say what's funny. The funny thing I do like seeing that, I find hilarious. Every time Sony puts something up, those comments are flooded with no diss, no buy, no diss, no buy. People spelling fuck Sony with their games and all that kind of stuff. The mess is hilarious. But enough of that. We gonna spend the rest of the stream playing some Gears of War E-Day, because this is a game that I've been looking forward to. It was announced maybe like 2 years ago, I think a year ago, I believe. It's on Xbox. The beta's free on Steam and on Xbox, so I highly suggest you go get it, download it, enjoy it, because that's what I'm about to do. We gonna spend the rest of the stream doing that. So, but I'm gonna go to the potty real quick, and yeah. All right, we back. All right, so let me give y'all a little brief history on this Gears of War E-Day. All right. Oh, I gotta turn my control back on. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Cool. All right, let me give y'all a little brief history on this Gears of War E-Day real quick. Gears of War E-Day is the prequel to the Gears of War series. So this is right before Gears of War 1. And we get to see where Marcus and Dom, where they were at before E-Day, before all the shit went south. E-Day has been, so first of all, I'm a big Gears of War fan. I'll start there first. E-Day has been like mentioned in pretty much every Gears of War game, and we all wanted to be like, hey, will we ever get to see like a flashback to E-Day? They said, yeah, we're gonna give you a full game about it. So it's pretty much everything before shit went south, like I just said. So the story, welcome to Gears of War E-Day. For the best possible experience, we recommend signing into Microsoft account. Why? To gain access to important features, including access and continue progress across multiple devices. Okay. Connect and play with cross-play friends. Okay. I do gotta do that because my friends probably gonna be playing on Xbox. Account linking is optional and can be disabled at any time. So, all right. Signing in with your Microsoft account. Hold on, y'all. Y'all can't see this. Y'all can't see this. Okay. Continue. All right, we back. But yeah, so it's pretty much a prequel to all the Gears of War games. I played all of them. My favorite one is always gonna be Gears of War 2, because that made me feel things, man. That made me feel things. You know, that game was depressing, especially what happened to like a lot of the soldiers, man. My favorite character in this is always gonna be Dom Santiago. Not just because we got the same name, it's just because of the fact that what happens to him through all three games. I feel him, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it because I really want y'all to go play the 3 games, but it made me feel things, man. It made me feel things. Now, damn. Hold on, y'all. Hold the phone. Let me double check something real quick before we jump on this. I forgot one thing, and I forget. Do I need to upgrade my driver real quick? I feel like I do before. Yep. Game ready drivers. Damn it, I forgot to do that, y'all. I should have been doing that. I should have been doing that before I jumped on the game, y'all. Damn it. My bad, y'all. So always remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Always get the always update your drivers to play games, because I totally forgot about it. It was in the back of my mind too, saying, hey, you might want to update your stuff before you jump on there so it doesn't look like dog shit. Hold on. So Gears of War E-Day needs an update. What else needed? It's showing y'all what all needs to be updated. Man. Welcome to the stream. Matter of fact, let's watch some gameplay real quick of some Gears E-Day. E-Day gameplay. Nah, we don't want y'all. I want the official gameplay.
For mature.
Also, Batista. If you're a wrestling fan, if you love wrestling just as much as I do, I think it was Gears 5. Batista, you can use Batista, and because Batista's been wanting to be in a Gears of War movie, and he wants to play Marcus Phoenix so badly. Not just that, they also had the New Day in Gears of War. All 3 members of the New Day. Biggie, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. Well, New Day's no more due to, what's happening in WWE. The only one that's left is Biggie. But matter of fact, I'll show y'all that real quick. This one, I think it was Gears 5. But T's. I always spell his name wrong. Batista. Yep, see, Batista comes to Gears 5. So yeah.
This is my kind of.
And so you get to play, you get to use him in multiplayer, and you also got to use him in the main story as well, because you can replace Marcus Phoenix with him, because he wants to play Marcus Phoenix in a Gears of War movie. Now, I don't think he'll be able to do that no more, because he has kind of slimmed down a little bit. He doesn't have all his muscles, but yep, it hurts to see that the New Day won't be in the WWE no more. But they might be all in. They might be all in. They might be all elite in a couple days, y'all. I'm looking forward to it. They might be all elite. Like, hold on, let's see if it's still downloading. All right, so we could probably talk about some wrestling stuff real quick. SummerSlam was alright. It wasn't too bad. It was alright. Obafemi beating Brock Lesnar. Chelsea Green getting what she deserved. She deserved to be women's champion. It took too long for her to be women's champion, but hey, we finally got it. But she got hurt, which sucks. I'm a fan of Chelsea Green, man. I really do like Chelsea Green. I've been liking Chelsea Green since TNA. I'm not the biggest fan of TNA. I think TNA is one of the wrestling promotions I do not like, honestly. I think TNA has overstayed its welcome. TNA stands for Total Nonstop Ass. So it stands for Total Nonstop Action, y'all. I'm playing. They got the Hardys over there, though, and I think the Hardys need to go ahead and retire. It sounds like they're about to sign